It's time to buckle up because today we're going to be learning all of the fashion mistakes we all need to stop doing. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Tomas sharing all my thoughts on fashion, lifestyle, and anything else that comes to mind. I'm here every single Wednesday with some surprise uploads on Sundays, so make sure you turn on the bell so you're notified every time I upload and you don't miss a single video. Today I have a very fun video for you guys. I'm going to go through, let me check how many I have. Okay, 6. I'm going to go through 6 common fashion mistakes that we all do and that we need to stop doing. I'm not here to call you guys out. I have been a victim of doing this as well. But I feel like if I highlight them in this video, hopefully that we can all collectively do better. As always, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you guys give it a like because it really helps me out. And of course, subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free. And who doesn't want more videos from me? Who doesn't want to hear me talking every single week? I know you guys love it. Super quick intro today because there's a lot to get through. So let's get right into it because there's absolutely no time to waste. Okay, this first thing that we all need to stop doing. I personally have been a victim of this as well. It is trend hopping. So if you guys are on social media like I am so social media brain rotted. Like I am like on the internet 24/7 every single day. So obviously I'm on like TikTok, Instagram, not Snapchat, sorry, and like we gotta let Snapchat go, I think. Like, if you're still using Snapchat and you're like over the age of like 16, that's a whole other issue that we need to discuss. I'm definitely a victim of like trend hopping in fashion. This is definitely more in like 2021, 22, 23, where like core trends were definitely more trending than they are now. Like I'm talking about like cottage core or like siren core or like office core, all these different like cores that we were all like obsessed with for 3 weeks. And then we like randomly would just go to like another trend. I feel like trend hopping is the biggest defeat of personal style. If we are changing our personal style every 3 weeks, we are never really getting into the depth of why we like to dress a certain way. So I have definitely been a huge advocate for like not focusing too much on trends. Every single season, I do like to do like a trend report on runway fashion because, as we all know, runway trickles down into like, runways at the very top and then it trickles down into like fast fashion. I urge you guys to kind of just focus on maybe a few or no trends at all. If you are someone who really has their style quite down, like personally, I feel like I have my style quite down. I definitely don't have to pay attention to trends. But it is also really fun to kind of like apply a little bit of trends. You know, if you're quite a sporty person, then you probably found, for example, like Miu's Spring 2025 show really relatable because there was a lot of these kind of like sporty jackets and tennis skirts. So that's when you would take that trend and apply it to your daily closet and your daily style because it's something that is enhancing your style. It's not something that's completely changing your style. Trends are fleeting, but personal style is forever. Wow. Wow, that was like so deep. I feel like I need to like put that look on a merch. You know when like SpongeBob when he goes like this? And it's like the rainbow. Trends are fleeting, but personal style is forever. So I always just urge you guys, it's fun and it's like fine to like be into like a few trends. It's like a treat, but definitely do not go around changing your style every like 2 to 3 weeks because suddenly we're all wearing purple and then in like June, now we all love yellow. Like it's not economically good. You're going to be wasting a lot of money. And also like if you are one of those people that is really trying to get into your personal style, this is trend hopping is definitely not a way to go about that. Number 2 is dressing for others. Now, I know fashion is influential and it's meant to be shared with other people. Personal style is different for every single person. But I have definitely feel like I've been like a kind of a victim of like dressing for others, especially in like high school or like my younger days. I feel like I was hanging out with a crowd that was like a little bit more cooler than me. So I always felt like I had to kind of like upkeep my style or my fashion. Back in my age, I don't know if this is gonna like age me, but American Apparel was like all the rage. So I always felt like I had to buy American Apparel and I ended up working at the store anyways. So like that was fine. It wasn't like too expensive, but I always feel like I am easily influenced by the people that I'm with. And I find that their kind of styles always kind of like seep into my personal style. So I always say try and like not dress for other people. If you are like a goth and all your friends are like those like health girls, those like aloe set girls, and if they are truly your friends, they won't judge you for being goth. I mean, it's just like a situational situation, but they won't judge you for being goth, and I feel like you shouldn't judge them for being like aloe girls. So try and like not pay attention to like what your friends are wearing. I know it's easy to kind of get like style tips, and that's fine. Like once in a while, like if a friend wears this really cool bomber jacket and you're like, oh my god, like where is that from? I think that's where we can kind of get like different vibes and like styling tricks from our friends, but definitely do not feel like you have to like change your entire wardrobe. Say you move to a new city and you're making new friends and you find yourself in a new friend group. Do not change your style for other people. That is not going to be self-serving, and at one point you might not even speak to these people again. You might, friends like when we're like our age, like sometimes they come and go. So definitely do not dress for other people. Do not feel like you have to dress cooler or you have to seem cooler in front of other people. It's just dress how you want to dress, and if you feel like you want to dress like that, real people and like real friends wouldn't judge you. You know what I mean? Number three is over styling. So I definitely feel like I am like a big victim of this. Who said that famous quote? I think it was like Anna Wintour or Karl Lagerfeld, where if you are about to leave the house, you should look in the mirror and take one thing off. I am a huge victim of like if I feel like my outfit is too simple, then I feel like I want to add something to the outfit, and then I add like a little like scarf or like a little belt or something, and it just totally didn't add, or it like hinders to the complete look. Don't be a victim of overstyling. Sometimes the best outfits are like the simplest outfits. Sometimes the best outfits are just like a very chic polo with some loose trousers and like a really sleek, sexy shoe. And then you leave the house and you're like, frick, like have I not done enough? Because a lot of the trending right now, especially with kind of like I always like look at this like the handbag where we're kind of like overstyling, adding all the charms and everything to the handbag. Do not apply this to like your look. You should not be wearing like 300 bangles of like Cartier bracelets and like all these necklaces and adding like a headscarf and then adding these like aggressive sunglasses with like charms going off your trousers. Definitely do not be a victim of overstyling, especially now. Unfortunately, we are going into more, I've talked about this quite a few times, but we're going in a more trad wife, that more traditional way of dressing. And you can be minimalist but still really be stylish. And of course, if your style is to be a maximalist, there are a lot of these influencers on TikTok and Instagram where their whole style is just to more is more, which I totally respect that. If that's your vibe, then 100% go for it. But for most of us, we really should just be like being a little bit careful of not adding too much accessories. You can tell when someone has been like overstyled, where they're wearing like so much stuff that you really don't know what is like the prominent style and the prominent trend in the outfit. So definitely do not be a victim of overstyling. Leave the bracelets, leave the like belts, the scarves at home. Trust me, your outfit will be better off for it. Next is ill-fitting clothes. So I feel like this took like a few years for me to learn, but it doesn't matter if your outfit is like $25,000. If it doesn't fit your body frame, we can 100% tell. Tailoring is going to be your best friend, especially luxury designer clothing. I know that I have been tempted by, and I feel like a lot of us do this, especially in today's economy, the sales section at Essence. I try and filter by size, but sometimes a piece has been marked down so good that I just like can't resist it. And I'm a 42 and the piece is a 38. I think I'm gonna like squeeze into it. Maybe that's not happening. We all need to start buying in our size. It doesn't matter if it's regular price or even on sale, especially on sale. Sale items means that there's less sizing of it, but tailoring is going to be your best friend. So it's always easy to size something down than size something up. Even though I've heard that in every single piece that Chanel does, I've heard someone, I don't know if I saw this on a forum or like a video, any piece that Chanel does can be tailored up and tailored down two sizes, which I don't know. I mean, I don't shop Chanel ready to wear, so I don't know how true that is, but definitely look into tailoring if you feel like a piece is definitely too big. I do this a lot for my pants because I have a big booty, but also thinner legs. So I'm kind of shaped like that guy from like Monsters Inc. So it's kind of hard for me to fit into pants. So like a lot of my pants are going to be tailored. But if a piece is too small, I absolutely never get it because one, I'm never committed that much to like losing weight to like make myself fit into the piece. And I know that I would just feel more comfortable if the piece actually fit me. So, I always look into tailoring. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but you can instantly feel when a piece has been tailored to you. It just looks amazing. You feel so good. You feel like, wow, this piece has really been made for me. So I definitely feel like a lot of us tend to be wearing ill-fitting clothes just because of the convenience of it, or we shop at like Pretty Little Thing or whatever, and some of it hasn't been sized correctly at all. But tailoring is your friend. Trust me, it is actually worth the investment. If you look at how much money I spend on tailoring and just taking care of my clothes in general, it's a lot of money. But if you've already done the steps to buy something designer, then why wouldn't you just upkeep it with tailoring? So ill-fitting clothes is something that we all need to be mindful of. I don't want to be judgy, but I feel like I can tell when something is ill-fitting. Not that I'm like judging someone for their outfit. I probably wouldn't do that. I'm just saying like we can tell if a dress is too tight or like if you can't breathe, or we can tell when something's too big. So me and the tailor, I love her. Not sure she loves me, but actually they messed up a shirt like 3 weeks ago. Thank God they were able to fix it, but there have been some hard times between me and my tailor. Number 5 is not taking care of clothes. I would show you, but it's really gross. But I am like the biggest offender of this. I used to have this runway Prada sweater that, sorry, this is like really gross, but has sweat stains on it. And I never took it to the dry cleaner. And now the sweat stains are permanently on the sweater. And I'm so pissed because I like can't really wear the sweater anymore. Like I have to like wear the sweater like this because it's really embarrassing with the sweat stains. So taking care of your clothes are vital. This is a must, especially if you have designer clothes like I do. I have a ton of designer clothes. Trust me, I know the dry cleaning bill hurts. The dry cleaning bill hurts. Sometimes it's like $80, $90. You don't want to do it, but trust me, if you've already made the investment of buying designer and luxury clothing, then you need to upkeep it. Another example are t-shirts. I go through t-shirts a lot, especially because I'm a very active person. I'm always outside in the summer, and sometimes they get stained, and then I just don't wash them for like, I don't know why, for like 6 or 7 days, because I'm so lazy. That's why. And then they get stained forever. It's not worth it, especially in the spring and summer where we're being outside more. We're layering maybe, so we get a little bit sweaty. I know that's gross, but that's a reality. Upkeep your clothing, whether that's dry cleaning or also just using your washing machine. Just do it. I know it seems like a chore, but you will thank yourself when the clothing that you have lasts longer and it doesn't have that weird smell or like those weird stains that are like so gross. And trust me, stains do not come out. I remember I even had like a Louis Vuitton logo t-shirt. It was so expensive. And then I kept forgetting to wash it, or I just like didn't want to wash it. And then it had stains. I literally threw it out because I just could not be seen wearing it. It was so gross. So this is definitely a learning curve, especially for me. I feel like now lately I'm like trying to take better care of my clothes. So definitely your clothes will thank you and they will last you way longer if you just like upkeep them correctly. Now we're getting into the last point, which I feel like is kind of the most important point. If you guys have been enjoying this video, please give it a like. It really helps me out. Let's just get into the final point. And the final point is not taking into account your personal style. So I know in this age of like social media, I've already talked about this, but we are easily influential. I have to admit, I feel like I'm quite influential, not influential, but influenced. I'm quite influenced. So I definitely see a lot of stuff on the runway or stuff in high fashion, especially because I personally love designer clothing. I know a lot of people like shoes, a lot of people like bags. For me, it's designer clothing. I I probably have a long list of stuff that I want, but I really have to stop and think if this is going to apply to my personal style. If you are a young person, I mean, I feel like I've been living for quite a while. So I definitely have, for the most part, like a good sense of personal style. You know, I really love texture. I love minimalism, but then I actually really love bright colors. So I know for the most part what my personal style is. But if you don't, I would stay away from kind of overbuying and over shopping. If you don't really know if you're going to be wearing a piece 3 to 6 months, 9 months, 12 months from now, that is probably not worth it. You have to take into account personal style. Personal style is how you like to dress in the morning, what reflects your feelings and your personality. And if you don't know what that is 100%, that's absolutely fine. But you have to be a little bit careful when you're shopping. Maybe not when you're doing vintage shopping or secondhand shopping. Then you are allowed more space for mistakes because you're probably not spending that much. But if you are buying, you know, the latest, this is an example. I always wanted that Acne Studios bomber leather jacket because it was like trending on social media and it was kind of like the dupe for the Loewe one. Even though it was still really expensive, I feel like it was at least like quite cheaper than the Loewe one. But I know there was just something about it that I felt like it didn't go with my personal style and I never got it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like happy that I didn't get it because I know that I would have just worn it for one season and I probably would have forgotten about it. I even have pieces in my closet right now that I can think of that come to mind that I literally only just wore for like a year and now I just don't wear them anymore because I feel like it doesn't reflect my personal style. Not only is just being really aware of your personal style going to make you be easier to get dressed in the morning and just trying to pick a look, because you're always going to be consistent with the style that you like to represent yourself with. But it's also just going to save you a lot of money in the long run. You're going to feel confident when you go shopping, especially online shopping. You know that this is going to fit into your style. And trust me, it takes time. It takes several years. Nobody can just like get their personal style in like 2 months, because people don't realize that personal style is built off the experiences that you've lived in life. Not to get like philosophical here, but like it's honestly true. So if you're just like 18, then you really don't know much about life, and you probably like, you know how you like to dress, but you don't know why you like to dress that way. So I'm not gonna get into this whole exploration of personal style, but definitely try and be more in tuned when you're shopping, and really ask yourself. It even comes down to like a Uniqlo t-shirt. Like, if you ask yourself every single time before you buy something if this is going to fit into your personal style, trust me, you're going to be saving time, money, and just effort when you're getting dressed in the morning. Okay, guys, I feel like I threw a lot of information at you, but hopefully you guys kind of got the gist. I'm definitely not trying to be hard on you. I have probably done every single mistake in this. Trust me. I feel like just in the past year and a half, I've definitely been like steamrolling my style, and I feel like now I'm kind of like really concise with my personal style. So do not get offended or don't feel discouraged if you've done this. I'm here to help you out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which point you agreed and you've actually done in the past before. I really want to hear, like, I want to hear about your fashion regrets. Like, they're so funny, and I feel like I have a lot of funny ones as well. But thank you so much for joining me again in another video. I really, really appreciate you guys watching. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.